Hello, hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly reading for March 10th through March 16th, or whenever you come across this reading, it is meant for you, Capricorn. Now, I've already shuffled your cards, so we're going to go ahead and get right into the energy of this week. We have a new moon in Pisces on March 10th to start off this week for us, and it's in your third house. That's going to be your third house of communication, intellect, short trips, siblings, and neighborhood. So let's see what the stars have aligned for you this week. We've got Stargazer, setting your sights higher. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Capricorn, looks like you're coming into some cash flow. And the Miser, stubbornness, inflexibility. So is something blocking your abundance, or are you feeling overwhelmed? Because your sights have to be set higher. That's what I'm getting. I'm feeling like you're undervaluing your gifts. Like you have no idea how far you're going to get. I'm already getting this like intense energy of abundance for you. And you know, if you want to be rich, you got to find yourself a Capricorn. All right, guys, I'm going to do a 9-card spread and then we're going to clarify each one of those. So comment below and let me know how you've been experiencing this eclipse energy. Wow, apparently with a lot of drive and desire, but maybe you were still, even with all of that, setting your sights a little low. So we've got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So there's a lot of passion and drive here to go on a new adventure, to start something different. Curiosity, right? Like you're starting to get that itch. I've got to get out of the house. I've got to travel. I've got to, go somewhere. And because this is in your short trips, maybe you are in fact building yourself an out, right? Like you are going to get out of wherever you are and have some fun. You're going to go on an adventure. Now, I have to say this because it's coming through, but I've been saying it in all of my readings, so you might have seen this already. I feel strongly that between the months of April and August, there is a strong possibility for air travel to get grounded, and that is something that is out of your control. So if you have to travel over water, whatever means you were going to do to do that, normally air travel could be by boat, yacht, whatever the case might be, your itinerary may need an extra day or two built into it. So try not to pack your travel schedule so much that there's no wiggle room, because like I said, there's something that's out of your control, maybe something on a global scale. And because I keep seeing it for all the signs, I'm starting to think it might just be like a national situation where travel gets grounded. So we've got 9 of Wands here. There's something here. There's a lot of fire energy in your reading. So maybe like you are kind of fed up with something, or you're feeling exhausted over something. Let's see what that is. Judgment card in your central position, being called again to a higher purpose, which makes sense because this is your very first card, is the Stargazer, right? Who and what are you? Right? And I did mean that. Who and what are you? You're more than just a human. You're more than just this corporeal being, right? You're the energy within it, and you're the energy that exists outside of it. So I feel like there's this epiphany that you have during this eclipse season, right? We're in eclipse season now. We've got Venus going into Pisces on the 11th, and that's going to last us through, I think, like the first week of April. I think it's like April 8th or somewhere around there. So that energy is amazing for you to make changes with anything Venusian. So the way you look, your diet, maybe where you live, something in the material. If you have children, to be more nurturing and to have a better relationship with your children. So there's something here. It might seem overwhelming as you start to put your things together, like to put aces in their places. But I feel like this is going to pay off in a way you had not anticipated. So Spirit warns of not being too stubborn, allowing yourself to go with the flow. Allow yourself to go freely towards that 9 and 10 of Cups. We've got the Lover's card, Gemini energy. So there are some choices here to be made about your future for sure. I feel like you're at a crossroads, very much the theme of all eclipses, right? You find yourself at a crossroads. You have to take a moment, reflect, right? That new moon is going to allow you to start something new in your life. I feel also that you may be investigating the way you speak with other people and the way you have I don't know, like your platform, your messaging. The Chariot card, it's going to happen quickly. And because you've got the Chariot and the Judgment card here together, I feel like some of you might even be walking down a spiritual path or becoming a leader in your community. We've got the Three of Wands coming through and the Devil card, so hang tight. So Three of Wands is you have a vision, you have a plan, and now you're focused, right? You want to go after it. You've got so many wands. I mean, this is the entire reading of being like, but I have to tell you, it's almost like this non-committal energy, which doesn't come across very Capricorn. So I'm not sure if you're being overextended and it's too much going on in your world, too many ideas. Because this Knight of Wands, even though they're very excited and want to go on these adventures and want to do this, I feel like you might be overextending yourself, which is why that Nine of Wands. So like I said, we're going to clarify, but there's a lot of drive and desire here to keep going. So you might be having that energy of like throwing spaghetti to the wall to see what sticks, which is absolutely fine as long as you keep yourself in balance. Because the Devil card shows up. And when I see the Devil card also coupled with this inflexibility, I feel like you're stuck in your head and there's this energy of like having a twisted view. Maybe you don't have the best past to lean on when it comes to certain things as you progress forward, and it might be clouding your judgment. But also with the Devil card, that can be just like a false perception that you're stuck in a situation when you're not. That, you know, you have to be with this person, or that it's going to be too difficult for you to get out of the relationship or move forward in the job. So I want you to maybe reinvestigate this line of thinking because it is holding you back and you're meant for more. So this is a time of absolute disruption because you are meant for greater. And so what's in your way, whatever is blocking you, is absolutely going to take a shift and go somewhere else. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands is being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you like going after your divine dime, as I call it, right? Making a huge shift. And if you are working for someone else, Capricorn, I would say that this is an amazing time when you have your review this year to stand up for yourself and say, I've put in a lot of work and I need to see that back in money, you know, because I think, oh, actually there's a card here that doesn't belong. So I'm going to get it because I'm surprised it's here. So we've got the Three of Swords showing up. I'm telling you that there's something here where something from your past, and it's not necessarily a relationship. I mean, it could be, we've all had messed up relationships. Like you get to a certain age and you don't need a psychic to tell you that you've been cheated on, right? That's not what I'm saying. But this is coming through in business. I feel like in the past you were writing a book and someone plagiarized your idea, or in the past you were, you know, building a business and someone maybe was messing with your permits. I don't know. There's like, or like a business partnership went wrong. So I feel like this is going to be what you are getting through. You're getting through this energy, this eclipse season, because it's actually the one thing that's holding you back. If you are someone who's retired or you're no longer working, there still might be that back in the day, someone did you wrong, and so maybe you don't feel comfortable starting a new business on your own. Because the truth is even if you're retired at this point, you're not working for anyone else. You can contract for yourself or create a platform, because there are multiple streams of income to be had for those who seek it. And I say that in the, wow, I'm going to take these cards because they came out together. So hold on, let me take them to clarify. So the Wheel of Fortune card came out, which is basically the turning of the wheel in your favor should you choose to take the lessons from the past forward into the future. Because the Wheel of Fortune, you're the one turning the wheel, right? You're the one that has mastered what's around it, right? The four holy creatures, the four fixed signs. And I feel like your drive and desire and your curiosity, all of these things are propelling you forward. Because like I said, the Eight of Cups is the next card, but that's being clarified by the Sun. one foot at a time, one step in front of the other, Capricorn. The best days are ahead for you because you're going to have the strength and the courage to leave anything, anyone, any place, anything that's stopping you. And just let go of the past. You have to, because it's not serving you. This Hermit card is clarifying the Nine of Wands. Maybe you've been in your head too much. Maybe you've been thinking about the past too much. And it's giving you anxiety and it's exhausting. It's not for you. We've got the King of Cups. And I just want to say that, look, these cards came out together. And so I'm going to take them. We've got the King and Queen of Cups and this Five of Pentacles here. So this could be, to be honest, this is coming across like your parents. And some of you might be working through a situation where maybe when you were younger, you left home early or you were kicked out. I know that sounds really rough, but I feel like there's something there that you're working through, that you felt that you never fit in. And those dramas and traumas are coming up for review, so to speak. I think it's the reason why you're selling yourself short, because it's one of two energies. Either you had a lot of support from your family, and for one reason or another, that support isn't there any longer, or you've never had the support and you've always felt like an outcast. So whatever it is that brought this energy through or about for you, that's also being put under review because you're being called to do more. So there's a choice here of wanting to perspective shift, right? Looking at your past differently so that you can just sit with it. Some of you might be also seeking and for those of you that still have supporting parents or parent-like figures, people that are older than you, elders in your community, something like that, I feel that also you're going to be able to go to them for help if that's the case. So if you have someone like that in your circle, they are available to assist you, to help guide you. And if you haven't had that, I feel like it's what's preventing you. So it's either that you are afraid to, not afraid, but maybe self-conscious or concerned that you are asking for help, but you're not asking for help, and you're not just like getting a handout. I feel that you are coming to someone to say, hey, look, I've got to talk this out, and maybe you do need help, but there's going to be an even and abundant energetic exchange for whatever it is that happens here. Like if someone invests in your business or in you or in an idea of yours, like initially it might feel uncomfortable for you to pursue that because this is so unlike you. You normally, I feel, have everything you need and always have aces in their places. But this time, because you start thinking how big your idea is, you're hesitant, right? You almost hold back, but that's not Capricorn. You got to keep going. And if it means speaking to other people who, you know, like putting yourself out there, talking to your parents, talking to family, talking to managers, investors, no matter how many times you get turned away, opportunity comes, the wheel turns, and someone says yes. And that vision that you have takes off. It's like, this is that energy of, you know, you have to ask for what you want, put your ego aside, and see what happens. Because where you haven't had it in the past, you're going to have it now. And if you've had it in the past and your ego is preventing you from asking for it, then that's going to stop. You just have to get through it. The Lovers card is clarifying the lovers, guys. Wow. So this could be about making a choice in love as well. Some of you might be really considering relationship or going into relationship with a partner. That's an option as well for the collective, especially if that is going to be any type of business that challenges societal norms or talks about relationships, anything that is, you know, non-traditional, anything new age thinking, that's going to do well. So if you are considering a business with a partner and that partnership is healthy, and I see that there's been past heartache, but maybe your channel, your project, whatever is going to be about having to heal through a narcissistic relationship or whatever the case might be, you know, tantric sex, whatever. it might be that you guys work together and make a true partnership, much like a business ship, a partnership, or like it's all the things. You might really be able to do that, which, you know, generally in the past, it was like such taboo to work with your partners. People would say, oh, you don't want to do that. But the universe is changing. And even though my personal experience has never been one where working with a partner was like what we did, it was mostly because I think that, at least when I was growing up, like you were working for companies and corporations, and you had to go to college, and you had to, you know, follow a very specific cookie cutter pattern. So, you know, the idea that you would want to be in that stressful environment and then come home to the same thing wasn't appealing. But now where people are creators and working together, it's like they're doing things that bring them passion and happiness and togetherness and community. And it doesn't even feel as challenging or like work to some of you anymore. This is something you look forward to because you can see that you are doing, your work is changing others, and you see the change in yourself. So this is a time where working with partners really will pay off. I believe that truly. All right, so the Chariot card's being clarified by the Five of Cups. So again, the moment you stop focusing on the past and taking that middle neutral ground, looking at things that you've gone through from a place of the observer and noticing the Two of Cups here and how much is ahead of you, I feel like things are really going to turn around for you, and they're going to happen for you really quick. I keep getting this energy. The Magician card shows up. I keep getting this energy of moving by like before August, like sooner than that, like May, June. Eight of Swords, clarifying the Three of Wands. So you might be in your head about moving. You might be in your head. You might be thinking, I can't, it's expensive. What if? So let's see this Devil card energy. The Star card. Okay. So the Star card, that is the light at the end of the tunnel. That is what happens after the Tower, after the disruption, after the loneliness, after all of those things. When you make a choice, the Lover's card, right? When you make the choice to work with the energies you have and learn to stop fighting everything, right? So every time you have a block, if something isn't working out for you, there's a reason. It's a spiritual speed bump. You are meant to stop here. Do not pass. Do not go. Do not collect 200, right? Chaos is happening around you or perceived to you. That's a universal timeout. Why is this happening? What do you need to look at so that, you know, what's the universe trying to tell you? And understand that everything and everyone outside of you is some reflection of a part of you inside. So here we've got two very opposite cards. This is someone who's stuck in their head and who is, you know, and it's also the other half of the Lover's card, right? Lover's card is 6, and this is 15. So reducing to the number 6. So, you know, love conquers all is the message I'm getting. Love conquers all. Desire conquers all. So if you are in your head, if you're depressed, if you're feeling that your health is not good, when you make the decision to put this energy over this energy, and you know you're not trapped, and you know you're not stuck, you know that you have control, this is the outcome, right? The Star card, the Sun card, the Eight of Cups. So I'm going to pull this up for you so that you can really see how amazing this is for you. When you decide to move forward, when you decide to take that next step, when you decide to go after your 9 and 10 of Cups, the Sun, the stars, you're cosmically aligned for better. So please, please, please do not sell yourself short, because Spirit wants you to go after your 9 and 10 of Cups, and it might feel overwhelming. You're not alone, and it's going to be very profitable. So let's look at your shadow work this week, Capricorn. What do you have to work on this week? I'm also hearing that if it's not going to be a partner, like a romantic partner that you work with, you may end up having a business with a family member, like a sibling, brother, sister, maybe even a parent. Like I said before, it could be a family business that you guys are starting. That came through really strong just now. So number 21, bride in a cage. You're holding yourself back. It's like you're afraid to be you. You're afraid to come out. And this idea that you won't be accepted, or that I don't know what's holding you back here, but it's that, like, the idea is too big. Like, you just think to yourself, this is too big. I don't know that I can do this. But I feel that if you just look around you and start pitching yourself, like pitching your ideas to family, to friends, to whomever you think could just even listen, you're going to find a lot of feedback. And I feel like you're going to get someone that's like, yeah, you know what? I want to do that too. Like, things are coming together this week. So bride in a cage, I like this because 21 is also the world card in the major arcana. That's the energy of when the fool has reached the end of their journey. So this time for you is over, where you're hiding yourself. This is a time where you make your divine dime being just you. It's going to work out, because 2 reduces to 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 is the number of the Empress. This is March. It's eclipse season. This is abundant time. Things are going to come together for you, I promise. All right, what else do we have? Alchemizing confusion into clarity. Number 5. 5 is always a number of disruption. Now, I will say, I just did all of the earth signs, and of this deck, which is the Oracle Empath deck, of this deck, each card that came out, I had 23 for one, 32 for the other, and 5 for you. So earth signs are getting 5s: disruption, change, versatility, adaptability, right? You can't be stuck in your ways right now, because things are going to be changing very quickly. And so it's this energy of you wake up one day feeling completely different with a brand new perspective, and you're ready to go. So any confusion that you had does get alchemized into clarity, and you do have direction to go as you pursue your 9 and 10 of Cups, Capricorn. I love this for you. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me. Remember that we are all just stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information that we have. So may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. And until next time, Capricorn, shine brightly, and I'll see you next week.